car, and like an idiot, I've been crawling under there, just throwing a piece of cardboard down and sliding back and forth on it. And I've been doing this for years, and I don't know why, just stupidity. So I finally went and got myself a creeper, and this was on Amazon, and it's the Pro Lift 40-inch plastic creeper with dual tool trays. So, and this is supposed to support up to 350 pounds. I'm not even close to that, thank God. So let's open this up and take a look at it. As I want to rip your hand wide open, staples on the one side, so we'll avoid that side. I think we'll open the end up. Now, cut that already. Let's see what's in there. Oh, looks like there's some assembly required. So I got some nuts and bolts, some bumpers it looks like. And let's slide the thing out. I guess that makes sense because if they had it all together, it would need a lot bigger box. So let's get this out of here. There go the wheels. Alright, so that's the creeper itself. That's the wheels. Now there's 6 casters on this all together, and these are, well, I imagine they're urethane, I'm not 100% sure. And we have nuts and bolts in here. It looks like they gave us a little wrench to tighten it with, so let's get the plastic off of it. Doesn't weigh much, as you can see, and this is contoured so you can kind of lay in it so you're not falling off the side. There are 2 tool trays, as they said, and a cushion for your head, so if you have to lay all the way down. So this is, it looks pretty good. We'll have to lay on it and see how it is. I'm not going to show you that because it's getting to the point in life where getting up and down is somewhat comical at times, so but I will report back to you and let you know how comfortable it is. Once again, I had to emasculate myself and read the directions to figure out how these attach. Much to my enduring shame, they're going to throw me out of the He-Man Club, and you read the directions too many times and they revoke your genitals, so I'm just telling everybody to be careful out there. So, a little wrench here, which might be helpful. Let's see. I was going to go get a wrench out of the garage, so try to show you this. Now, the wheel. Here's, reposition the camera there. So the caster goes on there, and there is a bolt, a carriage head bolt that goes through it, and there's a square hole in the caster so that the bolt does not turn when you're tightening it from the top. So let's get that in there, put that up through there, and there's a sleeve that goes down through there. Fits into a, I guess, it fits into the, maybe it's easier to put that in first, let me see. Oh yeah, it is. So you put the sleeve in first, that's just to cover the, that's so the bolt is not bearing on the plastic and chewing away with it, so there's a little metal sleeve that goes through there. And you put the bolt up through, like that. There is a washer, and there is a lock nut. It's an elastic lock nut, so, and then they give you this little guy. Let's see how good this works. This little wrench is plastic, but we'll see if it, as long as it holds up to put all 6 wheels on, I guess that's good enough. And it actually worked pretty good. And then, once you're done with that, there is, if I can get the package open, I was frightened by a modern packaging when I was a little child, and I never quite recovered from it. I never can get anything open. The other night my wife had to help me get the, that is not behaving. The other night wife had to help me get the American cheese out of the wrapper because I couldn't get a grip on it. So there's a little plug which goes in there, and I think the purpose of that is so you don't get all kinds of crud whenever you are putting on an item with more than one screw in it. You want to make sure that you do not tighten the first screw all the way. You need to leave a little leeway to get the second screw in, because sometimes things don't line up perfectly. So I made a mistake on the first one. In my enthusiasm, I tightened the first screw all the way, and that wasn't exactly a smart way to do that. So, oops, just leave it. Well, that didn't help anything. Little wrench comes in handy. You need a socket, I think, in order to put these on here if you didn't have the wrench, because you can't get like an open end wrench or crescent wrench or anything down in there because of the recess. So I guess that's why they gave it to you, and that was considerate of them to do that. But if you'd rather use a socket wrench, obviously that will work also. I won't tighten that all the way. Get the second item in, second screw in first. Oops, no buttery fingers there. There we go. Sleeve down there. Once you get both of them in there, you can tighten the second one all the way, and then just go back to the first one and snug it up. Okay, and just put the caps on it. So, as I mentioned, the purpose of the sleeve was to go around the bolt as it goes through the plastic, and this way the bolt is not chewing away at the plastic. So that was actually a good way to do that, and that shows that they were thinking about trying to make it a good product. The same thing with the caps. They could have just left it with the bolt hole exposed, but you're going to get all kinds of crap down there, grease and dirt. So that was smart to put that on there. I don't think there are any bearings inside the wheel. I think there's just an axle, and it's bearing directly on this, on the wheel itself, as opposed to the tire. That probably should be alright, because this is hard plastic. They seem to be rolling pretty good. So I'll try it with some weight on it, but I don't think that's going to be a problem. But it does not have a ball bearing in it. Or roller bearing is what I should have said. There probably wouldn't be a ball bearing in there. Discovered that putting the nut inside the little wrench they gave you was easier than trying to put the nut down in the hole by hand. So that's a better way to get the bolt started. So and the little wrenches, the fit is just good enough to hold it without it falling out. So they may have, I don't know if they designed it that way deliberately, but it did work out that way. So if you're buying one of these and you put one together, put the nuts in the wrench first before you put them down. It's a lot easier to guide them in if you do buy one of these. recommend you get one with either a urethane or a rubber wheel on it. They used to make them with steel wheels and they didn't roll all that great. For some reason they seem to catch on every little piece of debris on the floor and get jammed. So I would recommend, I don't even know if they make those steel wheel ones anymore, but if they do, don't kind of avoid those. Get the urethane or the rubber. Well, it rolls nice with no weight on it, so I'm going to try laying down on it and rolling around a little bit to see how it goes. Now, it rolls perfectly good with my weight on it, so seems to be a pretty good thing. It looks like it's fairly sturdy. It's reasonably comfortable because it's contoured. The older style were just flat, and they, if you had to lay on it for any length of time, they were not too comfortable. So, so far it looks good. I'll have to put it to use and see how she goes, but my guess is, my impression so far is pretty good. I don't know why I did without it for so long. I was just being stupid, which is not unusual for me, but it's good to have, and anytime I change the oil or whatever, I don't have to go crawling around under there. I can just get on this and roll. I do have a suggestion. This is not a criticism of this particular unit. In the unlikely event any manufacturer is looking at this video, it would be nice if there was some kind of braking mechanism, like a parking brake, on these creepers, so that when you try to sit down on it, it's not trying to slide out from under you. As far as I know, nobody makes that. I've never seen one, but that would be a nice feature to add if there's any way to do it. So maybe just lock a couple of the casters, maybe the center ones, or you can just take your hands and unlock them once you get on it. But that would make it a little bit safer to use, because it's a little bit of a maneuver to sit on it and not have it fly out from under you. But they're all like that, so that's not a fault with this. I'm just saying that would be a nice feature to have. If any manufacturer wants to put that on there, that would be a good selling point. So that's it for this. I'll put it to use, and if there's anything to follow up on, I'll let you know. But it looks pretty good, and it's pretty comfortable, and it rolls nice, so it should do the job. So as always, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, and take care of yourselves. We'll see you next time.